Hello students, welcome to the first video of this new playlist. So in this playlist, I'll be uploading the solution videos of each of the question of the most recent paper of Pure Mathematics 2, which is October 2024 paper. So this paper has total of 11 questions. So under this playlist you will find total of 11 videos. That means in each of the videos you will get solution to each of the question of this paper. So since this is the first video, in this video we will be solving the first question of October 2024 P2 paper. So before we start, if you find any problem or any mistake in the calculation, then feel free to write below that video where I have done mistake in the comment box. I'll be there, always there to reply you. Fine. So let's see what's the question number 1 of P2 October 2024 paper is about. So basically the concepts behind the first question of this paper, it's from integration that has been discussed in chapter number 8, the last chapter of your Pure Mathematics 2 textbook. So in order to be able to solve this question, definitely you should have idea about specifically integration using Trapezium rule, because we will be doing integration using the Trapezium rule. So let's get started with the first question of P2 October 2024 paper. So at first they are saying a continuous curve has equation y equals to f of x. A table of values of x and y for y equals to f of x is shown below. Okay, so you can see a table with x, y values given. So using the Trapezium rule with all the values of y in the given table, so we have to use the values given, the values of x and y given in this table. Fine. So part A is asking to find an estimate for what? Integration of f of x dx from the interval 0.5 to 5.5, giving your answer to 1 decimal place. Okay, that means we need to get a value for this integration. Okay, so this is basically, they have said we need to use what? Trapezium rule. Okay, let me change the ink size. Okay, so we need to use the Trapezium rule. Okay, so if you don't know the formula for the Trapezium rule, no worries, it's given in the formula booklet. You can check it out. Let's have a look. Right at the end of P2 part, it's given the numerical integration, the Trapezium rule. It's given as what? Half of h, where h is the difference between the x values. Okay, del x. H is the difference between the x values of the table, and y0 is the first y value, the first y value of the table, and yn is the last y value of the table, and then 2 times the y values between the second to the last term, to the term before the last term. Okay, so just we need to add the first term of the table, the first y value and the last y value separately, and then the others will be multiplied by 2. That's it. So y0 is the first term and yn is the what? Last term. Okay, so integration using Trapezium rule, what we can write, integration, the lower limit is given 0.5, isn't it? Yes, 0.5, and upper limit is 5.5 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so f of x dx, that would be half of, what's the difference of x values, 0.5 to 1.75, that would give you what? 1.25, right? And then 3. So the difference is what? 1.25 and then 1.25, isn't it? So the difference, the value for h is 1.25 and then times what? The first y value, this is 3.479, then second bracket 3.479 plus what? Plus the last y value, it's what? 5.182. This is 5.182 and then what? Plus 2 times the rest of the y values. So rest of the y values are 6.101, 6.101, and then what's there? 7.448, 7.448. Okay, and the last one is what? 6.823. Remaining one is 6.823, bracket closed. Now you just use your calculator to find that value. Okay, so 6.101 plus 7.448 plus 6.823 times 2 plus 5.182 plus 3.479 times 0.5 times 1.25. So that would give you 9881/320. That is basically 30.87. This is 30.878125. Okay, so which we can write to one decimal place, since the question asked to write it to one decimal place. So this is 30.9 to what? One decimal place. That's it. Simple process. And that's what part A has asked for. Okay, next is part B. Part B is asking to use the answer to part A and making the method clear. We need to estimate the integration of f of x plus 4x dx from the limit 0.5 to 5.5. Okay, so again, as part A, we need to get the value for this integration. Okay, so let's carry on. Integration from 0.5 to what? 5.5. Now it is f of x plus 4x dx, right? So we can make them what? Separate. F of x dx plus what? Integration from 0.5 to 5.5, 4x, right? 4x there, so take the constant outside the integral and keep x alone within the integration sign. Okay, within the dx. Okay, now what we can write? We know the value for this one. So the question said we need to use the answer from part A. So from part A we got 30.8781 what? 25, right? And the integration of x is what? Half of x squared. We in integration, what we do? We add 1 with the power and then we use the new power to divide the coefficient. So the new power is 2, so 1 over 2 is what? Half. Upper limit is 5.5, lower limit is 0.5. So what you will get? 30.87 ... plus what? Half of x squared, right? So 5.5 squared times 0.5, that would give you 121/8 minus, okay, 4 times, that would be what? 4 times 121/8, that was 15.125 minus half cube, isn't it? Half times half squared. Okay, that is basically 1/8, which is 0.125, 0.125. Okay, so 15.125 minus 0.125 times 4, and then we will add it with what? 30.878125. Okay, so you will get 90.878. How many decimal place they wanted? Okay, 3. We will write to 3 significant figure, since Nothing is mentioned. So that would be 90.9 up to what? 3 significant figures. And that's what exactly part B has asked for. And that's the end of the first question of October 2024 P2 paper. Fine.